a holiday movie about 5 stereotypical college kids and a foul-mouthed fowl. We watched ThanksKilling. We watched it so you don't have to, so you know what that means.
Horror, so bad and scary. Splitting up is never okay. Plot, who needs it? Don't turn on the lights. Cars don't ever start, but that's alright. Running upstairs instead of out the door. Good acting, what do we need that for? Horrible horror, so bad and scary. Enjoy the show.
What's up, fuckers? Happy Thanksgiving. This is the next episode of Horrible Horror, the podcast where we watch the worst of the worst in horror movies. Movies so bad they're scary. I'm your host, Marshall Hampton. With me today, Mr. Aaron Southworth, as always. Aaron, say hi.
Hey, how's it
Give a
going?
little
I was
something.
I was thinking when you were saying "What's up, fuckers," I was thinking, "Ooh, what's up, cluckers?" But this isn't a chicken
This
movie.
is not a chicken movie.
This is a turkey movie. So, what's up, gobblers?
Yeah, and speaking with Thanksgiving, we wanted to do a family podcast.
Yes.
So we invited our podcast family with us. So
Yeah.
today with us again, Mr. Chris Samples, a basic friend family of the show now.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, you've gone from beyond extended cousin to.
Oh, nice.
I mean, you're our favorite cousin.
Coffee Doug Jones was going to, unfortunately couldn't be here. He had to be out. He was out of town for.
It was going to be our first four-way.
Yeah, this is gonna be but
Yeah, I
so
was
he sends his
excited.
regards, Coffee Doug. We'll be back on soon. But,
Happy Thanksgiving, Coffee Doug.
in the meantime, yes, let's just gobble motherfuckers, because god damn it, we have a treat for you. We did ThanksKilling, the Thanksgiving horror classic.
It's funny because we actually have a little bit of buzz going into this one from some people on our Facebook page.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So I was, well, sweet.
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of Thanksgiving horror movies out there. This one, so but guys, this movie, we saw this like years before the podcast was even an idea in our heads, and we were just like, holy shit, this movie.
I remember I was just flipping through Netflix and nothing was on, and I saw this and I thought, what the heck? It's really short. It's a short film, hour 7 minutes, and so I started watching it, and I wasn't even 10 minutes into it, and I was on the phone with Marshall, and I was like, dude, you got to watch this. And so I think this is when you could do the party on Xbox, and we watched it together over our headsets and just laugh like idiots.
Yes. Yeah, that was our first exposure to ThanksKilling. The movie was released December 6, 2008, and its famous, greatest tagline ever of simply "Gobble Gobble Motherfucker" is... That's all you need to know about this movie.
There's a couple of that I enjoyed, but that's a good one.
There's a lot. It's written and directed by Jordan Downey, Kevin Stewart, and like 3 other people get credit for like some things here there, but those are the main 2. And then it's directed by Jordan Downey as well. As far as cast, nobody you've ever heard of. The only person somebody might have ever heard of, and that's only for the perverts out there, is the porn star who opens the movie, Wanda Lust, as the Naked Pilgrim. So
That's actually how she's credited. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Naked Pilgrim. So speaking of the Naked Pilgrim, so the movie opens with title cards that read "The year 1621, moments after the first Thanksgiving." And we cut from black screen title cards straight to exposed boob.
I mean, it's just first shot,
boom,
boom.
boom is boob
Boobs.
right in your face, and it's a close up. It's just
Sweet.
pure boob.
Yeah, I mean, it takes up the whole screen.
Yeah.
It's not boobs. It's one boob,
One
boob.
taking up
See
the
a
entire
nipple,
screen.
areola,
Yep.
boob.
And
Awesome.
so it's this pilgrim woman hiding behind a tree. And
Why are her tits out?
I know there's no reason for it.
There's no because she's got clothes on. A lot of clothes.
Yeah.
Right.
Pilgrim clothes, which
Which is
is
the Puritan like clothing. Yeah.
But her tits are just hanging
Yeah,
out.
it's like they're just pulled down. And
Yeah.
there's they're not torn up. They're not. It's boobs for boobs' sake.
I was
There
gonna
we
say,
go.
firstly, I don't think we should be complaining one bit.
No,
Well,
because
no,
it's,
no.
they're decent.
These are the only boobs you get in the whole movie. But greatest way to start out a movie is pure boob in your
Sure.
face. So she's hiding by a tree, and you hear screams are heard off in distance as she's running through the forest, and we get like predator vision. A shot of something low to the ground chasing after her,
Like a POV, yeah.
Right. She trips and falls, and when she rolls over, she's face to face with a turkey, and the puppet turkey looks awesomely bad.
Yeah,
it's hysterical.
It's like a rubber head.
Yeah. I mean, it's quite literally a rubber head that someone has reached their hand into and is operating the mouth with their hand. So, yeah.
Before, speaking of, I just want to say, like, to me, when I was rewatching this time, I don't know about, did anybody else get the idea that they may have got the idea for this turkey from like that Triumph, the Insel comic dog that was so big years ago?
Maybe.
It's like the exact same thing.
That type
like
of
the
thing,
turkey and his one-liners and his foul mouth and then it's like, to me, the exact same thing. And the puppets like look like they're made out of the same material.
Good connection. But the turkey is standing over her, raises a tomahawk and says, "Nice tits, bitch."
And then just kills her with the tomahawk.
And that's how we started.
That's how the movie begins.
That is. So, roll the opening credits, which I guess I really like the opening credits of this movie. I thought they were really well done for this movie. It was neat graphics. I love the music in it.
The music is like kind of like almost like a scary hip hop beat.
Yeah.
You know, it's like kind of like a spook, but with God in the background. You know?
I don't know. I love the theme music of this movie. I did. I'm not gonna lie. I loved it. So we jump to present day, and we're at some unnamed college, and we meet the main cast. They get out for Thanksgiving break, and the kids are just comprised of all the classic character archetypes.
Your stereotypes.
You have the jock.
Yep.
You have the fat kid
friend.
sidekick.
The fat party guy.
The sidekick best friend. You have the slutty girl.
Yep.
You have the conservative bookworm
like
girl.
virgin-esque. Yeah.
And then you have the awkward nerd.
Yeah. I mean, that's exactly what I wrote down. I wrote down jock, fat party guy, slut, nerd, and virgin.
Yeah.
Is what I wrote down.
That's basically,
Yeah.
Right there.
So they load up into the back of the jock's Jeep. Jock's name is Johnny. And there's some awful dialogue in this. I mean, the writing in this movie is atrocious.
Well, I mean, the acting is...
I don't know what's worse, the acting or the writing, but they're both awful.
Right.
I guess if I'm going to rank an actor, I'd say the nerd probably does the best.
I guess, yeah.
The nerd and the party guy. Anyway, but
know,
the writing's bad, but every once in a while there's a clever line.
Every now and then.
Yeah.
Like the best writing is actually on the turkey's line. He's the best
Actually,
line.
let me take that back. The guy who voices the turkey is the best. Just the best actor. Easy.
Well, that is actually the director, Jordan Downey, who is the voice of Turkey.
Well, he does a fantastic job.
Yeah.
He has his vision clear, right?
Yes. He had a clear vision, but he couldn't communicate it to his actors.
Of course not.
Speaking of the fat party guy, did you, when you first saw him, did you think at all like, holy shit, is this Fat Mike from Bloody Mary?
No, Fat Mike from Bloody
I
Mary
know
is
he's
much bigger.
Much bigger, but I mean the face, like they both had like their squished face with the like puggy nose. It's like,
Well, there was no doubt in my mind that this was a man.
well, that's true. But I was like, this was like, I wanted to look at the dates, like if this was before, like if this was like early, and then he blew up into what he was in Bloody Mary.
That'd be funny.
But I
yeah.
think he's when at first I had to do a double check. I thought it was the same guy.
No.
All right. So they load up in the Jeep and they drive off for Thanksgiving break, and we get a brief scene of this guy Oscar the Hermit and his dog, and the dog just runs off into the woods.
The dog's name is Lashy.
Yeah, it's
Flashy or-
Flashy or Lashy.
I thought it was
think
Flashy.
it's Flashy because
Yeah.
I was going through the
Flashy?
credits. I think it's Flashy.
And it was like because it's a collie, just like
Yeah.
Lassie.
Like Lassie.
yeah.
Which
At
is
first
what
I thought they said Lassie.
Lashy.
And this guy in the woods looks so much like Ted Nugent. It's
I noticed that too. I was like, is that Sweaty Teddy?
It's ridiculous. He looks almost exactly like Ted Nugent.
Yeah, he is
It
a Ted
does
Nugent
too.
guy.
I had to look twice.
The,
I was
the
Yeah.
guy's name, his name in the credits is General Bastard. That's his go-to name,
Wow.
his show name or whatever. Just General Bastard.
So
is
that's
his name.
that's not the character's name.
No, that's
That's
the
actual-
actor's name.
Really?
Yeah. The character name is Oscar the Hermit.
Now I'm curious because those teeth are fucked up. His teeth look gnarly, and I'm looking at it and I'm like, those can't be special effect teeth because they're too goddamn good. And you have a rubber-headed turkey,
Yeah, right.
you know, flopping around. They can't afford to have teeth like that. So this guy's got proper fucked teeth.
So, the dog runs up, and it jumps right back to the Jeep, and the group goes into like the cliche Thanksgiving, what are you thankful for bullshit round robin thing. I'm skipping a bunch because it's stupid, awful dialogue. The only thing that
It's cringeworthy dialogue.
yeah, it is.
It's like,
The
oh,
only thing
God,
that's
this
really
is-
bad with noteworthy is the jock Johnny goes into this flashback mode about his father not liking him, and the flashback is just like a whited out screen of a football being thrown through the air, and then him like catching it and ready to throw back like this stupid, goofy grin on his face. And I mean, that's it. I mean, it's just really bad.
I do like Darren the nerd. He goes, I'm thankful that I'm gonna fuck one of you girls tonight. And I'm like, damn, that's a bold
No, he
proclamation.
goes as far as to say somebody in this Jeep.
That's
It's not
true.
even
He
the
doesn't
girl.
specify girl or boy.
That is true.
You're right.
He says, I'm going to skinny dip without my clothes on.
Yeah.
And
I'm gonna
I'm
get
gonna
wasted.
drink beers.
Yeah.
And I'm going to fuck somebody in this Jeep.
That's
I'm
true.
like,
He doesn't
wow.
specify.
Okay.
Everyone
I
just
think
kind
that'll be quite the man crush on Fat Billy later.
Yeah.
on Billy later.
yeah, maybe that was in reference to a little love connection.
Yeah. So they get some more banter as you know they doing their crap. Oh, let's just speak. The nerdy Darren is always like drooling and like wiping
Wiping
the
his
drool off.
mouth.
Yeah,
it's
he's
weird.
always doing that like throughout the
It's
entire
like,
movie.
ugh.
Like that's just a weird choice. Like for the make. Like, you can be nerdy, but why the incessant like drool? I don't know. But so bookworm girl, who I eventually learned her name is Kristen, tells the slutty girl Allie that in this like that her legs are harder to close than the John Benet Ramsey case.
And everyone just goes, "Oh, what a bird!" It's pretty funny. I mean, it's like, okay, you know.
Topical, dated, but yes.
Yeah, very dated. And this is kind of funny. This was, I gotta admit, I like that line. When I was in college in SIU Carbondale, there was some guys going around for WIDB, their TV station down there, and they were, the TV, that was the radio station, but the TV entity, and they were asking people, it's like, if you could sleep with any celebrity, living or dead, who would it be? And I go, anyone? They go, yeah. And I go, Jean Benet Ramsey. And then they just put the camera down and go, dude. And then walk away, because I was like, yes.
Excuse me.
Okay.
So,
I just wanted to shock him, and I nailed it.
oh man, that's dark, man.
Moving
Come on, it was funny.
Moving on.
All right.
We go back to the dog in the woods, and the dog comes up across this wooden totem sticking out of the ground, and he starts peeing on it. Now, this causes a massive earthquake that apparently nobody knows.
Oh, yeah, and this totem is fresh as a daisy, fresh paint,
Yeah.
everything. And this
Yeah.
is supposed to be, I guess, from 1621?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and it just looks like it just came right out of the, gift shop at your local
sure
Indian
did.
reservation.
Yeah. Cracker
Yeah,
Barrel.
right, something like that.
So anyway, yeah, the earth shaking. Nobody knows this earthquake. The turkey's head emerges from the ground while getting pissed on by the dog, and he's like, oh, fuck, I'm pissed. That's what Turkey's wonderful line. And the dog gulps like a Scooby Doo, like
Oh,
he's like, "Gulp." Like the dog gulps. Like what? And then basically Turkey kills the dog by stabbing it with his beak. So Turkey is now resurrected. He's back. We cut to the sheriff's house, and he's wearing the most obviously fake mustache
Oh, it's
ever.
epic.
well, I mean, the whole outfit is so fake. I mean, it looks like a costume sheriff's outfit.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not even a costume. Like you can go to a costume shop down the one.
Well,
here in
that's what I'm
Dublin,
saying. I'm
it's
saying
much
it looks.
better one.
It looks like a incredibly cheap.
Like
really,
like they went to Johnny Brock's and
not
bought-
even
Not
Johnny.
Johnny
Sheriff.
Brock's.
I think Johnny Brock's is better quality. Yeah, like
jeans and like a yellowish mustard color button-up shirt with like a brown Stetson that they
with like a little kid
what they
Stetson.
just
yeah.
like stuck a giant oversized badge on his
Yeah.
head.
It's really
with
bad.
a glue-on,
the
mustache.
mustache. Is,
spirit gum
wow.
glue-on mustache.
Really bad.
It's
Just
so
grow a
bad.
mustache, dude.
Exactly. Why not just grow the mustache? So we get the wife's talking coffee shit divorce. So basically what that means, he's
I like how you glazed over that. The guy's sitting there and he takes a big sip of coffee and goes, "This tastes like shit." And she goes, "'Cause I shit in it." And they show like she's,
There's a dump in the bottom
and then
of
she
the
goes,
cup.
"I want a divorce." He goes, "Okay."
yeah. Yeah.
Well, Marshall glazed over it because they kind of glazed over it too.
Yeah,
It was
they did.
like-
I was just trying to keep
I was
notes.
so
Like,
confused.
I,
when I was
like, I
watching
know
that
there's
scene. I
no
was like,
means when you get to it, but yeah, I was like, had to just
I'm like, is it? What just happened?
yeah, and that's,
Yeah.
you never see the wife again. She's
No.
like, she shits in the coffee and just walks out. You never see her again. Rest of the movie. We do learn that the sheriff is the father of the bookworm virgin girl, Kristen, and they have this conversation on the phone. And she says something about how, I'll be home in time to go with you to your policeman's banquet ball tonight.
Right.
I'm just going to say tonight. And so we're back to G. Of course, it breaks down the side of the road.
Right. And then
This is funny.
They decide to like camp out in the woods.
And they are so pumped.
Yeah.
I've never seen someone that excited to have their car break down and had to sleep out fucking side.
Oh, Darren is super pumped, man.
Oh,
He
it
is
was
jacked
Darren,
like a
Billy,
coke, man.
and the slut girl, whatever her name was. They're
Allie.
all were just like, yeah, we're gonna get drunk, sleep outside, woo! And I'm like, I would be furious.
Yeah.
I know.
I would be I'd be like, are you kidding me? I'm gonna call Uber. I'm gonna get a taxi. I'm gonna send
This was
smoke
before
signals.
Uber existed.
Somebody
Smoke
call me.
signals.
Somebody come pick me up. I'm not sleeping in the fucking woods.
Yeah. But first of all, yeah, Billy says, hey, we have tents and beer. We should just camp here. But okay, first of all, where the hell do they get the tents and beer? Because when we see them load into Jeep, the only people that have any sort of luggage are the two girls, and that's just their college backpacks.
Right.
The Jeep itself is small. It's packed to the rim with two people in the front, the three people in the back, one being Fat Billy. So there's no room for luggage. There's no trunk, no bag. So where the fuck do the tents and the giant cooler of beer come from?
And they had like 4 tents.
Yes, but where did they come from?
And where are these coolers of beer?
Yes. And then when they, like the next morning, I'm getting a little ahead, but when the next morning when they get back in, they just disappear.
Right.
You know, they don't load them back. They just like leave them out in the woods.
I guess
There's
so,
no
yeah.
room for them ever in this Jeep.
Fuck them.
So, all right. So everyone except Kristen loves the idea. The nerd's super pumped, and Kristen just kind of stands there looking constipated at this. And she's like, this weird look on her face, like, she looks constipated. So nerdy Darren finds his old sign that reads Crawberg, and this freaks him out, and he rushes off to tell the other. And again, just like the totem, it's supposed to be old, but it's basically like brand new with like white paint that says Crawberg on it, and it's just laying on top of the ground. It's not like buried or anything; it's just laying there.
I think there was like a hubcap and some beer cans.
Right.
or something.
Nothing. Yeah.
So, and
It's only been laying there for over 200 years. I mean,
Sure.
yeah, easily over like 500 years.
They made things to last back then.
Yeah, a wood sign with white paint. Just guess what? It was like whatever lacquer they used on it or something.
Yes,
Weatherproofing. So
lacquer. Like pig fat. What would you use for lacquer back in the 1600s?
So this leads to ghost story time, and which is shown by a series of cartoon drawings.
Yeah, it's kind of just cheap animation, but I kind of like the drawings.
It actually was kind of fun. And we
The
learned
one pilgrim holding his pilgrim woman.
all
Yeah.
naked,
Yeah,
completely
learned
naked.
that the pilgrim in the story has the same last name as Billy. Like, oh, that's probably one of your ancestors.
I never thought about it, Billy, but it's probably related to you.
Yeah.
And one of the drawings is like the pilgrim who's smoking a joint, and he's got this naked pilgrim girl wrapped around him, and then it's like an equals Fat Billy. It's basically what it was. And then you have these like like what they do with like the animals, like they hang them up to like skin them or like train them, whatever. So you get this series of dead animals hanging from the line, and like in between like a bunny and a beaver or a fox is just a penis. Just hanging there, they just threw a penis in there for no reason.
I missed it. Yeah.
I missed that too.
I'm kind of
There's a
glad I
penis hanging
did.
from the line.
I did see the squid. There's a squid
Yeah,
in there
like, all sorts
somewhere.
of weird things they just had.
I must have been jotting down notes because I missed all that.
But basically, the story, the important part of the story is that this Indian chief or just some Indian guy named Feathercloud necromanced a turkey that would rise up every 505 years and kill the first whiteys he sees. That's the whole curse of.
Why 505
505,
years?
I know,
I-
It just
I
seems
think
like
it's
a
just
long
weird thing.
If you're
they
gonna
do.
exact revenge, do it like maybe every 10 years,
Right.
every
No.
5 years, 505.
505.
Man, there's a lot of technology changing in that amount of time. You think they'd be able to take care of a necromancer turkey from 1621?
Who knows? Maybe when they wrote, it's like, well, we wanted it to be this year's date, so maybe that would be 505 years. I don't know.
Probably.
Not doing the math.
And apparently, there's been tons of books written about this topic.
Yeah, we'll get to
Turkeyologists all around the
I
world.
do.
you know?
I love that line, Chris. You nailed it. The turkeyologists.
Yeah, which is like, because
What the fuck is a turkeyologist?
because all the rest of the group's going like bullshit on the story, but Darren's like, no, it's true because that's what Chris says. Darren says like, there's been hundreds of books written on it, and the turkeyologists all over the world studying. They call it ThanksKilling. So there's a tie-in. So at this point, everybody's like we're going to bed. And both the girls, the virgin bookworm and the celeb, are both like obsessed with this Johnny guy, and they're both trying to get him to sleep in their tent. So even the supposedly virgin girl, or she's all like, "Hey, Johnny, come sleep with me." She's like,
They are really fighting over Johnny.
Yeah.
And, you know, Johnny's the good-looking guy. He's the football player. And this is something I wrote down, too. Guys, correct me if I'm wrong, but Thanksgiving time in college football is a pretty important time for college football.
Right.
Yeah.
He's not going to be going on break. Even if
I
he
didn't even
is...
think about that. You're totally right. He
Even
might
if
have a
he is
game
the
somewhere.
backup quarterback, who apparently has only been the backup for 2 weeks, he'd be there at the game. He wouldn't be going home on Thanksgiving
Yeah,
break.
there'd be like road trips. There'd be some kind of there'd probably be
He would
some
have
game
to.
going on.
And when
A
I'm
game of
just
some
like,
sort,
well,
yes.
this is unbelievable. The turkey I'll take, but not that college football shit.
Yeah, right.
I never even thought about that, but that's a totally good point. So we go Oscar back in the woods. He's trekking through the woods looking for his dog, and he comes across a dog's dead body with Turkey standing over it. Turkey tells him that it was an accident, that he took this axe and accidentally axed the dog with it. And Oscar's like,
You killed my
Turkey.
dog.
And he tries to shoot Turkey with his shotgun, misses, and Turkey's like, "You faggot," and runs off into the woods.
Later, sucker.
Yeah, or something like that.
Beep, beep, boom.
Yeah, he just takes off running.
So, but this probably like, shouldn't Turkey, according to what we just heard from Jake, shouldn't Turkey have stayed and killed Oscar right then and there?
Yeah, I would
because
think
according
so.
to Lemons, he has to rise up and kill the first white man he sees, which would have been Oscar. But yet
Well,
he just
Oscar
runs
did have a
off.
gun.
But
He had a gun drawn on Turkey, so I understand if Turkey had to book it. You know, live to kill another day.
but
It's funny if you guys can't see it, but both Marshall and Chris are going, yes, nodding their head like,
But what we find out later is he can only be killed a specific way. So even with the shotgun, he can't be killed. So he should just. There's flaws in the logic and the writing of this curse or spell. Oscar should have been attacked immediately, but was not.
I love how we're dissecting the logic of a
I know.
turkey killing
Yes.
maniac.
A talking
Yeah.
turkey at that.
Yes.
Yes.
And he talks like he's
That
right-
wields a shotgun and
Yeah.
an axe.
Yeah.
And where he hides these weapons.
Who knows? In the
I will
plumage,
never
I
know.
guess. In his plumage. So back at the camp, Kristen, she goes off to try to call her dad. While she's on the phone, we see more predator turkey POV shots. And this is where she says she'll be home tomorrow night, or tomorrow in time to go to the police bank with him. Although earlier she just said that it was tonight. So even in their own writing, they can't keep the continuity between
This is the problem you have with the movie.
Yes.
one of many, but I mean, come
Aaron,
on.
I don't know
like,
if you've noticed the theme so far.
Yes.
I mean, it was like
The
less
writing.
than 10 minutes ago that she
Yeah.
said, "Oh, I'll be home tonight for your banquet tonight," or something like that.
I did
And now,
notice that,
now it's
Marshall.
like 20 minutes. Oh, now it's like shipped to the next night.
You know what's really pissing me off is they're drinking Keystone Light.
Oh,
I mean, let's be for real.
well, you know what? I will be for real because it's fucking college. And when I was in college, I drank a lot of Keystone and Natty Light because why? It's fucking cheap and you can get a lot of it.
It's true.
You
I
can get a
used-
30 pack for like $8.
I mean, you really
or
want to
something
start.
like that.
You really want to start arguing facts. Why are they all wearing summer clothes if it's supposed to be Thanksgiving
in,
time? I
in
mean,
Ohio would be
right.
really cold.
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure.
Yeah,
And
I
why,
had
does
They're
it-
that-
walking around in tank tops and shorts.
why does Ohio have pilgrims?
Good
They
question.
don't.
That's a good
They
point.
didn't
too.
expand that far.
So turkey migrates from like New England all the way to Ohio.
It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't
No.
make any sense. Holy shit, ThanksKilling. Where's the fact checker?
Moving on.
So she stands there saying there's no such thing as evil turkeys over and over again to herself. Turkey shows up, says something. Oh, he's like, there is no such thing as evil turkeys. Oh, I lied. And like, it's some stupid line.
It's me.
It's me. Ah. And so Turkey, so she screams, and like she screams so loud that apparently starts hurting Turkey's ears.
Yeah.
And he's like, shut the fuck up, bitch.
I do like that. She's screaming. Ah, and he's going, oh, shut up, God.
And so he's like, I'm going to drink your blood like cranberry sauce. And she runs off to the camp to warn the others. Now, she gets back, when she gets back to camp, of course, everybody's laughing at her. She's like, whatever. There's no killer turkey. You're just trying to fuck with us. And they just all go off to bed. Or, right, no, I think that before they go over, obviously a stuffed bunny rabbit comes flying in from off screen and lands in their fire. And Darren's like, that bunny got its stomach gnawed open by a beak.
A
But not-
turkey beak.
But not just any beak.
Right.
A turkey beak.
And he can see all this as it's on fire.
Fire.
Yes, it's just like a wad of meat in the fire. And it's funny because then Johnny goes, we're in the woods. This kind of stuff happens all the time. Yes, flying, rabbits just fly out of the
And
air.
doesn't the bunny make like go,
Yeah.
Something like that.
bunny
It
makes
just
a
flies
sound.
out of the
You
air
know, it
into
almost
your
blasts
fire.
somebody in the head as it lands in the fire, you know?
Like, I don't understand how. Oh, this stuff happens all the time in the woods. What kind of woods do you go?
yeah, he's
to?
like, let's just go to bed. It'll be all right.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
No big
sure.
deal.
Yeah, so they all go to bed. Billy decides to sleep outside. Now, the next morning, Billy wakes up to find Oscar standing over him, and Oscar tells him that if it wasn't for him being like his guardian angel, Billy would have been killed by the turkey last night. Billy was like, whatever, dude. And then Oscar's like, and then points on this pile of turkey shit on Billy's
He goes,
chest.
then why do you have those turkey droppings on your chest? And he looks down, and the pile of turkey droppings just look like Tootsie Rolls.
I would say Vienna sausages, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it just looked like something very edible.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So he's like, oh, man.
So everybody wakes up,
Yeah.
and they come out and they shoo off this creepy guy. No,
With the shotgun. Yeah.
I have a problem now, okay? Is nobody in that crew, like, concerned that there is some random creepy dude
With a shotgun.
hanging out in their campsite with a gun?
Yeah, they just
They
kind of
don't even say anything about it. They just say, get out of here.
Who's
Yeah,
this
get
old
outta here,
guy? Get out of here,
weirdo.
old man.
Yeah, it's the insult to me out the shotgun who just
Right.
walk into your camp in the middle of the night.
Yeah. Okay.
And even though he just basically
See,
stood
real concerns, Marshall.
saved your
Real
friend.
concerns.
I know. So messed up. So, yeah, Oscar walks away. They get in the Jeep. It's running again. They drive off. Now, we cut to Turkey, who's coming out of like a cornfield or something like that. And he gets picked up on the side of the road like a hitchhiker.
He's hitchhiking.
And the guy in the car says, ass, gas, or grass.
I love it.
I know.
I love it. He goes,
And-
ask. He goes, I don't
And Turkey's like, I'm all out of grass, so I guess ass. And the driver then
The turkey turns around, exposing his ass.
and the driver starts to undo his pants so he can fuck Turkey in the ass.
Right.
And he even says, that's one tight ass you got there, Turkey. Now, okay, before I go on this scene, I just have to reflect on what just happened.
Yeah.
One,
Let's do that for a second.
a guy driving down the road just stops to pick up a turkey on the
yes.
side of the road. Who does that, first of all?
Good question.
Just, I'm going to pick up this turkey on the side of the road.
Good question.
Two, the turkey fucking talks.
Uh-huh.
And he acts like it's totally
Normal.
normal.
Happens
If I
every
pick,
day,
first of
Marshall.
all, if I stop to pick up a turkey on the side of the road, which would be rare enough as a fact, and the turkey starts talking to me, I'm gonna flip the fuck out. I'm like, what is going on?
Right.
And then oh my god, so he's acting totally normal, and then he wants to fuck said turkey in the ass.
Agreed.
Why are we even trying?
So that all happens in a
question, too.
span of like
These are all
20
good questions.
seconds.
These are all good questions.
So he's unbuckling his pants and he's ready to do the turkey. The turkey turns around and whips out a shotgun
a goddamn shotgun from
out of
nowhere.
nowhere.
Again, where is this turkey storing said weapons?
And he's just like, fuck you, motherfucker. And he's just like, I got a kid, I got a family. He goes, call your
Call
daughter.
her.
I know, turkey
Call
gets
him.
dark here.
Yeah, he gets real dark. He's
Evil
like, call your daughter. He's like, hi, honey, I'll be home. He's going, ha, ha, ha. And then he's in the middle of talking to her and blows his head off.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just in the middle of him talking
He
to
doesn't
his daughter.
have to say, he doesn't have to tell the daughter I love you, and then he says, give mommy kisses for me, and then he's like, right before he can say go to bed, or which is weird because it's like the middle of the afternoon, Turkey just blows his head off with a shotgun. And
That's a little
then
dark.
Turkey moves over, and now Turkey can drive a car.
Drives the car, yes. This all
How's
seems,
it feeding
this all
the
seems completely
pedals?
reasonable to me. I mean, it all seems reasonable. What is the problem?
He might be using the gun. Might be using the gun with
Maybe.
one feather and steering with the other.
There are like a bunch of sheep though
Yeah.
around
He
him.
does look at a sheep. I kept like,
I thought that was funny too. Yeah,
Like,
like he shoots the guy, and all the sheep like look up, and then you see the turkey kind of
Look around.
look around at the sheep. All of a sudden, they go back down to eating.
Yeah,
You
it's
know?
weird. It's a pretty cool scene.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So, yeah, so Turkey drives the car off. Now, back to the group of kids. Allie gets dropped off, and she's flirting with Johnny some more about, hey, come on in, or blah, blah, blah. And again, Kristen says the JonBenet Ramsey line.
The
And
exact
they-
same joke.
they all laugh so much.
Like
they
it's the
all
first time they ever
bust
heard it.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. It's funny because they had this like running gag. I don't know. I just like that.
So, more shots of
Trip me out though.
more shots of Oscar walking around the woods. Johnny arrives at his house, and we get some god awful shit acting with him and his dad and his mom. It's some of the worst in the whole movie.
It's really bad.
So basically, I don't even want to talk about it. It's so bad. Just
Johnny's
it's
dad is
depressing.
mad at him because he's not a starting quarterback right
Right.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess
So Johnny decides to lie to Dad.
Yeah.
to tell him that he is the starting quarterback, and all of a sudden Dad loves him again.
Yeah, and it's like they're sitting on the front porch, and he goes,
No, they're on like the backyard, like a bench.
Whatever, but he just says, "Yeah, Dad, I'm first string again." He's like, "I'm so happy. I love you, Dad. I love you, son."
And then Turkey pops out from behind him, and then with a goddamn hunting knife, stabs the dad with it, and then cuts off the dad's
They
head.
show him like the dad laying down, and Turkey is sawing it, and he's going,
It's on his throat.
just sawing it. And I love this line. He goes, "Go deep, Johnny."
Yeah, he does it, and he throws the
head, and there's a trail of like computer graphic blood behind
Was that what it was? It looked like a smoke bomb.
Yeah.
It looked like they stuffed like a red smoke bomb up a dummy's head.
But I love that
and
he
then-
throws the head to Johnny. He catches it, and it pans back to Turkey, and he's smoking the
He's
dad's
smoking
cigar.
dad's
Going,
cigar. Yep. And so Johnny, he like runs for the back door, and he runs up, and he finds his mother dead with her eyes pecked out. Turkey smokes his dad's cigar as Johnny runs away and drives off.
As he's driving off, too, like he's behind the wheel and there's like a point of view, and he's crying, like, no more cranberry
No more
sauce,
pumpkin
no
pie.
more pumpkin pie.
I'm gonna
Just
kill that turkey."
He's not crying that his parents are dead.
Nope.
You know, his sides aren't
It's
going to
so
be as
weird.
good
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
at Thanksgiving.
So we're back to Allie, who is now like about to fuck some totally random guy named Craig.
She has been itching to get boned
Yeah.
ever since this movie started. So I
Yeah.
imagine when she got home, she called up local
She can't get Johnny. He's like,
Local-
I need this vag filled now.
now
Right.
ASAP.
So she's about to fuck this guy, and we get a bunch of jumping back and forth. You jump to Johnny sitting on Billy's porch with Billy, Darren, and Kristen all around, and he's telling them what happened.
Well, he's drinking a tall boy.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Where's Allie? We got Warner." And so we jump back to Allie, who's now getting fucked doggy style as Turkey walks in, saying
With their-
something about pumpkin pie.
They have their clothes on, too,
Yes,
by the way.
I was about to say, and he starts licking his wing.
Yeah, he's like, pumpkin pie.
Now this is what you said the clothes.
Yeah,
Like I
pumpkin
know it's
pie.
like I was like I know it's like she's wearing a jean skirt, which is not pulled up. So basically, like it's still covering like her ass, or like your doggy style. You know how it works. But there's like,
Yeah.
I mean,
You're smart listeners. Yeah.
but I'm saying, there's no way it's like dry hump doggy fucking.
I'm not going to give too much
Yeah.
thought into it.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, come on. If you at least pull the jeans up, show some, at least make it look right.
The rest of the scene is way better than that.
Yeah. So they try calling Allie to warn her, but of course she's too busy banging to notice her cell phone ringing.
Right.
Turkey comes up from behind the guy, slices his throat. Blood sprays on Allie's back, but she thinks it's jizz.
And she goes,
she's like,
"Man, you don't last long."
Jeez, Craig, you don't last too long, do you? And so Turkey then like hobbles up and takes his place and starts fucking Allie from behind.
And he is really
And
trying.
he's going, he's into it. And she doesn't even notice it until he basically finishes inside of her. And he says like, you just got stuffed.
Damn, that was good. You just got
Stuffed. And she turns around to see Turkey. She screams. And Turkey kills her, but I really don't know how she dies.
I think he broke her neck.
Or
I
Because he
couldn't
like
tell.
grabbed her
Something.
head, and because her head was on one side and whoosh, switched to the other, and they made kind of a crack sound.
I couldn't tell if he was like
Yeah.
stabbing with his beak or what. I had no,
I
idea
think
how
he,
she
I
dies.
think he
I
like,
know what she dies.
I think he snapped her neck. But yeah,
Okay.
you got stuffed.
You got stuff. So the rest of the group now have driven over to Allie's place. Johnny goes in while he tells the rest of the group to wait outside on the porch. And he comes out with a turkey feather and a wrapper for an extra small gravy flavored condom.
So he practiced safe sex.
I guess turkey practice safe sex. But
He's a rapist, but he's a safe rapist.
here's another weird note I had.
Well, hey, Allie was a hoe, and he knows this, right? Maybe he doesn't want any STDs.
That is
That's
kind of
probably
funny
true.
because they
Yeah.
actually said that, and it was like, Allie, you're kind of a hoe.
Yeah. I just like I found it weird that it was a gravy flavored kind. I know they're turkey gravy, but like if it's a turkey using it, wouldn't that be like offensive to the turkey?
Well,
I don't
it
know,
depends.
because that insinuates you're going to eat.
Let's
I guess
get him
that
on
you're
the
going to
phone.
eat my.
Let's call him up
We're
right
calling
now.
turkey right now.
Yeah.
Anyway, so so Christian mentions that her dad has a huge book collection, and she's sure he has something on killer turkeys. And so they Tristan, they cut back to the sheriff, her dad. He's at home. The doorbell rings,
One of my
and
favorite
it's
scenes.
Turkey wearing the classic disguise glasses with the fake nose.
The
and
Groucho
fake-
Marx
Groucho
glasses.
Marx,
Yeah,
thank you.
like the Groucho Marx nose, glasses,
Yeah.
and mustache.
And
And
the
the dad
dad,
answers the door, and he's dressed like a fucking turkey. He's got
So
this
you have
awful turkey.
You have a turkey dressed like a human
Yeah.
with a human dressed
as
like a turkey.
Well, a human dressed as a turkey with a bad fake mustache.
Yeah.
Then you have a turkey with a bad fake
Big
mustache.
Yeah.
So this is like my favorite scene.
Yeah,
of the
this
movie.
I will agree. This is actually probably my favorite scene in the movie too.
I have to agree. And I was going to say that too. I was going to say, guys, I was waiting for you guys to shit all over this, but I was
No.
like, nope, this is my favorite. I'm glad we're all on board.
I had no idea why he's dressed as a turkey. He
So,
just is. So
Turkey's like, hi, I'm here to see Kristen.
yeah.
And, you know,
That's like, oh, you're
mean-
one of her midget friends.
You mean Krista? You know, like it's a name all
yeah,
wrong.
he's like, oh, yeah, whatever. And, well, come on. She's not here, but come on
Yeah.
in.
So he invites her, and he's thinking it's a midget friend of Kristen's, and they just
and then
sit
it
at
just
the
cuts.
kitchen
It
table.
cuts to a scene of them sitting at a table,
kitchen table,
drinking coffee.
Yep. And for the first few things, they're not saying anything. They're sitting there in awkward silence, drinking coffee, and so far it's just kind of funny looking. Like this is kind of entertaining.
really weird.
It's like this, is like the one level, like spark of genius this movie had.
The turkey
And
sneezes
then the
or something.
turkey. Yeah, and he finally says something about this is awkward.
Yeah, he
and-
goes, well, Sheriff, I got to admit, this is pretty awkward.
I'm gonna leave.
Well, there's a whole fuck it conversation there.
Oh yeah.
The turkey sneezes, and it's like, but allergies, fucking weather.
Yeah.
Did you say fucking? The sheriff, you know,
he goes,
yeah, what, midgets can't cuss? Well, I wasn't worried about the size of the fucking. I was worried about the age of the fucking.
how old are you? And he goes,
Yeah.
521 years old.
Oh, well, then I guess you could.
say
I
fuck.
guess
Well, he goes,
it's
well,
good.
fuck it. I guess you can say it.
God, it's so.
So weird. So
That whole conversation just like blew my fucking mind. I don't
and
know.
so Turkey's trying to hold himself
Wow.
back from killing the dad, but he's like, all right, I'm getting out of here. He's leave, and then as he's walking away, the dad says, "What an odd little duck." And Turkey's like, ah, fuck it, and his turn spins around and it cuts to an exterior shot of the house, and you just hear the father being
Screaming,
murdered,
getting
as
killed.
is getting killed, and but all I gotta say is like I said, we all agree this is like the best part of the movie. So it's pretty funny. It's the
Yeah.
best scene. It's the best part of the movie. Like it's awesome.
Yeah.
hazelnut.
Yeah.
So the group arrives at Kristen's house. She knocks on the door, and I'm like, why is she even knocking? It's her own house. She just go inside.
And this is something I noticed, and I don't know if you guys noticed this either, but they're all wearing the same clothes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's been over.
It's been like 3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're wearing the exact same clothes. And I just wrote that down in my notes. I'm like, wait. God, fuck.
Right.
We're all wearing the same clothes. The only one who changed clothes was the slutty girl who put
Yeah.
on jean skirt.
A
Did
jean
you
skirt
notice
and a
too
yellow
that
top.
a jean skirt in November?
Yep.
Did you also notice that like the days are really short wherever they're at?
That's true. Yeah.
It's
like
like day
the
for like
day-
20 minutes and it's night all the rest of the
Well,
time.
daylight savings
Well,
has
when
expired.
they woke up in the woods, I mean, we'll go back a little bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like daytime, and by the time they get back home, it's night again. It's supposed to be like a couple hours away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what
Yeah.
they say. That they said
Wow.
we'll be home in a couple hours.
What
Yeah,
were you guys doing? You know?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a very
Either
good
way.
point. So,
Again, we're like thoroughly discussing.
yeah.
It's ridiculous.
so Turkey opens the door, who has now pulled got a leather face, and he's wearing the sheriff's hat
This is
with the badge on, and he's wearing the sheriff's face, complete with fake mustache, on his turkey face.
This is pretty fucking dark.
It's a Hannibal Lecter moment, right?
So,
here.
yeah. He's cut the
Really,
sheriff's
that
face
game's-
off,
It's-
and somehow it's shrunk down
It
just
shrunk down to perfect turkey size.
just enough to cover Turkey's
It's
face.
cut off like a piece of twine around the back of
And
his head.
Kristen answers the door and goes, "Hi, Dad." He goes, "Oh, hey, darling, how you doing?" She gives him a kiss.
She bends over, gives him a hug and a kiss. She's completely oblivious to
Right.
That he's now a 2-foot tall turkey.
Yeah, right. Never mind the feathers and all that. No. This is Daddy.
Nope.
She's
And,
like, Dad,
he-
you look weird. He takes
he-
off the hat. Oh, you got a haircut.
Yeah.
And the facial like stitched
That's
together
what's
like
different,
fucking
babe.
Frankenstein
That's what's different.
monster.
So she introduces him to the friends.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Hi, everybody.
Nope.
Nobody
Sorry.
noticed.
Come on in,
Nobody
kids.
notices. Yep.
Come on in.
And so they go off to the garage to look through the books, and we get the montage now of all them reading through the books, and with the awesome music
God.
from the opening credits comes back. And I
This
love the
montage
music.
is.
I like the montage. It's kind of
Did
funny.
you?
Yeah.
So Darren finally finds the book and says that the turkey can be killed by removing the turkey from his talisman. Billy goes off to find food, and he walks in on Turkey dragging the faceless body of the sheriff off, and Billy yells out for the rest, and they come rushing in. Billy and Turkey fight. Johnny manages to get the talisman off of him, and Turkey runs off calling them all fags. Later, fags!
That's like his go-to retreat move.
Fags and retard. Yes. Everybody's a retard or a fag in this movie. And Billy leaves. He's like,
Billy says, all that work for nothing, because Billy had the turkey in a headlock, and the turkey got away, and he goes, all that work for nothing. They're like, no, we got the talisman. Now we can kill him. And he goes, whatever. And
I'm hungry. I'm leaving.
And he storms off. And it was kind of funny because Johnny goes, well, he's dead. He's dead.
Yeah.
And it's kind of exactly what all thinking it.
He's like, oh, he's dead. So Darren then figures out how to kill Turkey again. Like I said, by burning him at the stake while saying some sort of like witch spell.
Well,
or
yeah, but
chant
it's
or
funny
something.
when they find that book, and it's like, well, half of it's written in code. It's a mathematical code.
Yeah.
So he has to like transcribe this math code to figure out exactly how to kill the book or the
Kill
turkey.
the turkey.
Kill
Yeah.
the turkey.
Yeah, I mean, it was really
Fuck.
weird.
In 18 or 1621.
Why would you do that?
Are we doing long?
Yeah. If you need to kill a demonic
algebra?
turkey,
I mean-
I think you need to do that pretty quickly. Like, we need to know how to kill this thing, not hide it in code. That should be public
Right.
knowledge for anybody.
Why would you make it so complex?
Right.
The part that would be in code
That's
would be
the
like
thing. Is
part
that
of
it's
like,
super complex, and then like every 2 seconds, you got it yet? You got it yet? You got it yet?
If you're gonna put something in code, I think it would be like the how to make a demonic turkey should be
Right.
in code, not how
Yeah,
to
right.
kill it.
Right.
So, Billy's walking down the street and he's like, I'm so hungry. And he looks down and he sees like this cartoon imaginary turkey that's like glowing in light.
Let's wait because he's walking down the street and then Turkey sees him and goes ha ha, and then so they show Turkey looking at Billy.
Yeah.
So Billy's walking down the street and then he starts to hallucinate.
Yeah,
a
just-
cartoon turkey.
Yeah.
And he walks over to it.
And he picks it up and he
scoops
eats
it up, and it's such a horrible effect
Yeah.
of just eating this turkey.
And he eats the whole thing, and he's like, "Oh, that's good." And then, like, just seconds later, Turkey bursts through Billy's belly.
It's a shotgun
With
blast.
Looks up at him, and says, "Gobble, gobble, motherfucker." Now that's what I call foul
That's
play.
what I call
And then
foul play.
shoots
That's
Billy.
my favorite quote of the movie. That's what I call
Actually, he
foul
doesn't
play.
shoot him.
He shoots his way out of his stomach.
Yeah.
Boom! He bursts out.
So this
I thought he
cartoon
just pecked his
turkey,
way through because I
No,
didn't.
this cartoon turkey that Billy was seeing was
actually
the
turkey with a shotgun.
with a shotgun. So somehow this dude swallows a whole turkey
and a shotgun.
and a shotgun.
and he somehow
I mean,
effortlessly.
if you want to talk about something, let's talk about that for a second. What is that? How do we do this? How does this even work?
It's so smooth.
Yeah. His jaws are like unhinged like a snake. They can pull that
He's
out.
got to be like an anaconda
Yeah,
or something.
Damn, and blast his
I
way out of
forgot about the
stuff.
shotgun
Jesus.
part because he does actually like which I always thought was weird because I thought he just like pecked his way through. I didn't realize he shot him open.
Blasted
no.
him open.
Yeah.
Like, it was huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's really
I thought the makeup was real good, though.
Yeah,
I mean, I
the-
thought they
it's the
did a
best
good
effect in
job.
the
with-
movie.
Yeah,
The
the
It
Gore
is
was
the
really
best
good because he comes through.
Yeah.
And gobble gobble, motherfucker.
Yeah.
It's the best effect in the
Yeah.
movie. So, the other three drive up and they find Billy, who dies shortly after
In Darren's arms.
Darren's arms, yes.
And Darren,
And
I mean,
he
it's like before even the montage, they show Darren holding Billy and saying, "You're my best friend. I'm going to get that," and it goes on for like a minute or two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he goes,
It's
it's not that bad, Billy.
It's
It's
just
not
over
that
the
bad.
top. I mean, it's way
Sorry to tell you,
over the
dude,
top.
but it is that bad.
Yeah, it
This
is.
motherfucker just got his chest blown out
from
the
the
inside.
inside.
shotgun. Yeah, you're
And
fucked.
so we get these.
We find out that like
make-believe
Billy and Darren have been
flashbacks.
best friends.
Yeah,
for,
well,
like,
that's like the thing. They're not because they like in the beginning they didn't even know each other.
Well,
but
like-
then they bonded. Like Darren was like, "You're my best friend now, Billy," and they do these flashbacks like what Darren imagined like their friendship would be like or would have been.
I didn't read that deep into it. I thought that maybe they knew each other before.
No, because
they
in the beginning
no.
they had no idea who they were.
Well-
Because they introduced like, "Oh, I don't know who these guys." Like, "Oh, this is Billy and blah blah blah. And
No, because
No.
when they first introduced him, Billy was like,
Billy said, "This is Darren. He's a little
with me.
weird. But
He's with me.
He's with me. He's okay."
little weird, but he's
It's
okay.
the rest of the group he didn't know.
Right.
Okay.
Right. So it shows a montage of
Oh, man.
Darren and Billy like feeding each other ice
Like
cream
a super gay
cones,
like
montage.
playing hide
Skipping,
and
holding
seek,
hands,
Yeah.
and skipping through a field,
looking at the
At one
clouds
point,
together.
Darren's tucking Billy into bed.
Yeah, it's
There's
pretty
like
funny.
wow, yeah.
It's kinda
The
weird.
song is pretty
You're
funny
my
too.
best friend. You're my
Yeah.
dead best friend.
Yeah, right.
It's all about Billy.
Yeah. Like it reminded me of something that South Park would have done.
Yeah, I could.
Yeah, I could see that.
Kind of South Parkish moment. So they just drive off, leaving Billy's dead body along the side of the road. Now
In like a suburban neighborhood.
We've had Allie killed. We've had the sheriff killed. We now have had Billy killed. Not once have they called an ambulance or called the cops to
Well,
get
technically-
Also Johnny's
technically-
parents.
Technically,
And Johnny-
Billy is the 7th kill in this movie.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I'm just saying, not once did they try to call
No.
help, or even say call an ambulance to come pick up the body.
No.
They just leave him like
Uh-huh.
he's a bag of trash on the side of the road. For
More
Considering
important
a
things to do.
sheriff has had his face peeled off.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's not called the police. Not do anything about that. Yeah.
No. So
It's not important, Aaron. Let's get our priorities straight, all right? We got to
right.
find a turkey.
They do say
Gotta
when
just-
Turkey's not out killing your friends, he's at home in his teepee.
Yeah, yeah.
So they find Turkey's teepee.
Where he's tossing a salad.
I love this. He's it's this horrible scene of this puppet turkey trying to toss us out. He goes, I love carrots and fiber. Oh, it's gonna be so delicious.
You do that voice really well. Like that's
Thank you.
like right on. It's like dead on.
So the three of them pull the
ridiculous.
Jeep up, they get out, and they come up with their plan that Kristen and Johnny go in and confront Turkey, and then Darren's gonna sneak around the back.
Does anybody else notice that Darren's glasses are gone now?
Yes.
Yeah, like
I
he's
did
wearing
notice
glasses
that, yeah.
all the time, and then all of a sudden they're just gone. Yeah. Toy nose. And now Kristen's like, hey, does anybody have any rope? And Johnny pulls out basically a wad of string.
Like
and he
twine.
falls
This
Yeah.
in the Jeep. Yeah.
Like, here. He pulls out his pocket, like, here's some rope.
Right.
It's fucking yarn or something like
Yeah.
that. It's like, what?
It's
So,
just
Actually, looks like cooking twine.
And when
Yeah,
she says,
yeah.
"Do you have a lighter?"
Yeah.
And she's like, "Yeah." He's like, "I'm always prepared.
Yeah.
And when I'm not prepared, I call an audible." There's like so many
Yeah.
like football references.
There's a couple of
Yeah.
football references here and there. Yeah, yeah. I got another
yeah.
one later on too.
Right.
Yeah.
So John and Kristen go into the teepee and they confront Turkey. And then Darren sneaks up behind him and ties Turkey up with the rope or string.
And Turkey says, "What are you gonna catch a fish with that?"
Yeah.
It's like it's like literally like
Mm-hmm.
the thinnest kite string.
So they start saying the prayer, chant, whatever.
And I love the turkey is going blah blah
blah,
blah.
blah. Shut the fuck up, blah, 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 blah. And he's just talking shit to him at first until it actually starts affecting him. He's like, he's freaking out a bit. And once the prayer is finished, they want to burn Turkey alive. But Turkey's like, says, so long, fuckers, and runs out the back of the teepee.
He just runs off.
He just
Why couldn't
runs
he?
out,
Yeah.
and he runs right into Oscar. Now, Turkey manages one more, before Oscar shoots him with the shotgun, sending Turkey flying into and lands in a dumpster.
Yeah.
Justin knows that at this point, the hermit has like an eye patch on.
Yeah, it's not an eye patch, but he's wearing like a bandana
Yeah,
or
like he got-
something around his eye. It was
Right.
like,
Yeah.
where did that come from? I thought
Yeah.
the same thing.
There must have been cutout scene or something.
But
Yeah.
it wasn't. That's a weird thing.
That's
So they all think Turkey's dead because they're looking at him in the dumpster like, oh, that's a dead turkey.
Well, he's got to be killed a certain way. Oh, actually,
yeah, I love that. They're all talking about he has to be killed a specific certain way, burned at the stake after you read this thing.
Right.
Dude shoots him and they go, you know what? He looks dead to me.
He's a dead
So-
turkey.
Right.
Dead turkey. And so Oscar leaves, and the three other people have some banter.
Yeah, Oscar just kind of goes, well, my job here is done.
I'm out.
Take care.
Maybe one day you guys will learn to.
You'll
if
learn-
if you lose your parents.
Yeah,
or
yeah,
if
You
your
learn the
best
loss of
friend
my
is
dog.
killed.
Yeah. If you ever lose a parent or a best friend or a father or something like that, it's like maybe you'll know what it's like to lose a dog.
So once he leaves, Darren has this good quote where he's like, "We just killed the most demonic turkey in history. What now?" Yeah, it's kind of hard to follow that up. That's what they say. Let's go watch movies.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's exactly. I was gonna say they just go back.
They all high five.
They go back to I think Kristen's
Yeah,
place,
they go
Yeah,
back to
right.
Christmas
with
place
the dead dad's still in the house somewhere.
with his
Right.
face peeled off.
Yeah.
And so
They decided to watch Night of the Living
they
Dead.
watch the original Night of the Living Dead.
Johnny.
Yeah.
So it
coming to
turns
get
out
you,
the
Baba.
dumpster that Turkey landed is a dumpster for radioactive waste.
In the middle of nowhere.
Or some suburbia or something like that.
Starts
So
glowing.
Christians are watching I Live Dead, eating popcorn. Darren goes to take a piss, and he stops in the kitchen on his way back into the living room. While he's looking in the fridge, he gets shot in the ass by a meat thermometer. He spins around and sees a greenish glowing turkey who says, "You're done, bitch." Turkey lunges at Darren, knocking him over. Turkey rips out Darren's tongue with his beak and then pecks his way to Darren's heart. He rips out his heart with his beak and just tosses it to the side. And so that's Darren's death scene. Back in the living room, John and Kristen have fallen asleep on the couch. They wake up when John thinks he hears Turkey making noises somewhere. Johnny goes to check on Darren. He finds him dead. Now Turkey comes out of nowhere, stabs Johnny in the gut with an electric carving knife, which he turns on, so it's like, meh. And Kristen runs in after hearing him scream. She sees Turkey stabbing Johnny and says, "How are you still alive?" And Turkey's like, "I always come back for seconds."
Yes, yes, I did like that. Now, did we also glossed over when Darren is dead or dying? He has a vision of Billy in heaven.
Oh, yeah.
He's going, "Come on, Darren, come on. There's no turkeys up here in heaven. Come on." What the fuck?
Right?
You're right. I also had a problem with the death scene. Again, because, okay, first of all, his fucking heart has been ripped out, but yet he has enough energy, like, raise his hand.
Reach towards the light.
He'd be fucking dead. He's not raising his arm up.
There's nothing pumping in his body.
Right.
No.
Guess he got his tongue ripped out. I mean, that was pretty fucking... God.
So she punches Turkey. She just punches Turkey. He goes flying up against, like a counter. She helps Johnny out of the house. Now they run into the backyard. And
Let's
they
run
decide
over to the shack.
Yeah, that's basically run into a shed.
It's like a great
which
idea.
Turkey is not fooled at this at all. He finds him instantly in the shed.
I do like this. Johnny keeps going, "Oh, I'm not going to make it. I wish I could call a timeout."
I missed that one. I did pay
The
that.
football the quotes, they get, as the movie went on, they got worse and worse.
Yeah.
Well, you
And,
probably start running
she's
out
like,
one.
she's running him, and he's like, they're running at a decent clip, right?
Yeah.
And he's got an electric
Electric
carving
carving
knife
knife.
hanging out of his gut.
Yeah, he's holding it in like,
So she grabs an aerosol can and the lighter. Turkey rounds the corner, and she says, "Roast in hell, asshole!" And she, and which Turkey elegantly just replies, "Oh fuck!"
Oh, fuck.
Kristen sets him ablaze. Turkey screams, "Oh, my thighs are fucking melting. Oh," and then he just falls over. So Johnny and Kristen they're about to kiss, and Johnny just dies. He just dies on the spot. Turkey gets back up. Kristen grabs a baseball bat and tells him to peck on someone his own size, swings the bat at him, sending Turkey flying across the yard into a giant wooden pyre that just happens to be set up.
conveniently set up with lighter fluid or some sort of ignite.
Because
something
just
to
goes
ignite
up
it.
in flames immediately.
It's Turkey's flying to the air on fire. Oh! Crashes
Right.
in, whoosh, bursts into flames.
And then you see like a little fireball. Like,
Yeah, you see a little fireball land.
Turkey's he's screaming some more. He's like, "It fucking burns! It fucking burns! I'll come back. I'll fucking kill you all!" And that's
She walks up to that weird little spot that came out, and it's a turkey leg.
actually,
or
it's a chicken
leg.
It's a fucking
It-
chicken
it
leg.
is.
That's what it
It's a chicken leg.
is.
She picks it
She's
up
like,
and
well,
just
Oscar comes back, says, "You done good, girl." And she's like, "Yeah, I know." And that's when she bites
starts
into
eating the
turkey leg.
Now, if it was meant to be that turkey's leg, wasn't it dipped in like radioactive
That's
material?
good
And
point.
like, you
Like,
know?
hey, guess if it's cooked enough, just like
okay.
salmonella, you cook enough.
I
and
see.
everything, cook it right
Smart. She's a smart one.
she is.
That's a good. I didn't even think about that. It was radioactive. You just bit right into it.
And really didn't have enough time. Did she take that thermometer out of Darren's ass and check that temp?
Yeah, to
Make sure the inside is at
make
least
sure
165.
180.
Yeah, 180. Okay, thank you. So is it chicken 165?
I think so.
Okay, sorry.
My fault. I just fried 2 birds the other day.
So we fade to she bites the turkey and she walks away. We fade to black. We fade in on some complete random family sitting down for Thanksgiving dinner. They join hands, they start praying while the camera keeps going back and forth between the family and the turkey on the table. Them, the turkey. And it zooms in on turkey. The turkey starts to move around and then it leaps up and we hear turkey say, Do I smell sequel, biatch? Blackout. Title card reads, to be continued in space.
In space.
Yeah.
Roll credits. That's the movie.
Wow.
But let's bring this back.
feel
If that's
exhausted.
turkey, that means that family like went out and found his corpse in a yard somewhere. It's like, hey, look, here's a turkey. Let's eat it.
Maybe it's spirit.
Yeah, that's
Because
what
how did it get from the bonfire onto these people's table?
Maybe its spirit floated
the-
up.
the
and
spirit of
possessed,
turkey. Yeah.
It possessed.
a carcass or
Oh,
something.
gosh.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I don't know.
so I just want to before we move on, the theme music plays again, which I loved. And I had to look up. It's by Cashmere Royale or Royal. So I was like, hey, you know what, Cashmere? I loved your song. I liked it a lot.
Marshall's a fan. All
I'm
right.
sorry. It's a cool little theme song for this shitty movie.
All right.
All right. So moving on, we have, of course, we go into favorite kills.
There can be only one. Favorite kill?
So, Chris, we say, wait, what? 7 kills to choose from in this one?
I counted. Darren was 8, so 9.
I guess
Johnny would 9.
Johnny.
Johnny. Okay.
If you want to count Turkey, that's 10.
Yeah.
But-
Not good. Yeah, I wasn't
I
counting.
was also counting Flashy as a kill, but
Oh, see, I didn't. Okay. Whatever.
whatever.
It's up to interpretation. All right. Favorite kills. Chris, what's your favorite kill?
Man, I had a hard one. I had a hard time this time because,
Well, about half of them are off screen.
Yeah.
but I'm talking about the on-screen ones.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, my first question mark was the hitchhiker guy. Ass, gas, or grass. I mean,
I love
come
that.
on. And we were talking. He's about to literally like fuck a turkey in the ass.
Yeah.
And not only that, but then like he's talking to his daughter when he gets
It's a
his
really,
head blown
it's a
off.
dark one. It's a
I agree.
weird
And for a guy
dark
who says
one.
ass gas grass, you think of like maybe like some like Grateful Dead hippie guy or something like that.
looks like a suburban
he's
dad.
like a goddamn accountant or something like that. He's just a total normal looking guy.
Then we got Allie, where damn that was good.
You guys
just
got
got stuffed. And he was like quite into the sex, and she
He
doesn't
really
notice
was.
it one time. And then there was Billy.
So where are you going, buddy?
Fuck. I think I'm gonna have to go with Billy
All right.
because the effects were awesome. That was foul play, and you were
Yeah.
correct.
It was a great effect. It really was. I mean, that was
Yeah.
probably the best effect of the whole movie.
I
I would
agree.
say. Yeah.
All right. So Chris is going with Billy. Aaron, your favorite kill?
I'm gonna go with Johnny's dad getting killed.
Johnny's dad.
I like that because I liked it. It was the first kill we actually saw,
Right.
and he's just sawing his head off, and I love. He goes, "Go deep, Johnny," you know. And it was a football pun, but it was like, ugh, you know, throws his head to Johnny, pans back, and he's smoking the cigar, like, yeah.
I did like the smoking. The cigar. That was
I
my
love
favorite.
that kill. I love that
Alright,
kill. It wasn't maybe the goriest, but it was my favorite.
All right. Well, that's not my favorite. But I lean with Chris. I took me a while because I like Allie's just because it was so crazy with but I'm going with Billy just because of it was the best effect. It was the goriest, and just he comes and like gobble gobble motherfucker. That's what I love. Everybody's looking up and from his stomach.
Yeah, looking at him.
So like to me, I'm totally going with Billy as my favorite kill for this movie. All right, moving on to odds and ends.
Not only did they watch these films, they researched them too. Ugh, what is wrong with these guys?
All right, ratings as always. IMDb gives it 4.3 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes, there is no score on their tomato meter, thermometer, whatever, but it does have a 45% audience score. Amazon
45%,
being
shit.
always like Amazon.
3.5?
3.6.
Ah.
3.6 on Amazon. Plot keywords, there were okay amount, not as many as we had in the past, but I only wrote down 3. Now, keep in mind for any listeners, I write these keywords down before I watch the movie, even though I did see this one before, but it's been years. So the 3 plot keywords I wrote down were rape, bestiality, and raped by animal.
Wow.
So those are
Those
things
happen.
that people are
That
looking for in their movies.
Yeah, yeah.
I want a movie where somebody gets raped by an animal.
Ugh.
Which
Bestiality.
is
I'm
like-
always looking for that. too.
Yeah.
Which, in a way, this is two movies in a row now. We've had an animal fucking somebody or somebody getting fucked by an animal.
Yeah, that is. Yeah.
Yeah, because I did actually watch Poltergeist.
Yeah. That's what your
Yeah.
wife said, yeah.
So,
I didn't make it through it, but I did make it long enough to say Carl Jr. Fuck that chicken.
fuck the chicken. The trivia. Here's my little background information I was able to dig up on this gem. The tagline, again, the best tagline ever, "Gobble Gobble Motherfucker," came before there was even a plot for ThanksKilling. So they had the tagline first.
So they knew they had that.
They had that.
We got something here, guys. Gobble Gobble Motherfucker.
Now,
Yeah.
where do we go with it?
Where do we go?
All right. Ideas, go.
Go.
What kind of gold do we sew from that shit?
What if we have a hitchhiker pick up a turkey that talks?
Yeah. I like the way you think.
Do it. It was filmed in Granville and Heath, Ohio. The original puppet for Turkey was designed and built by director Jordan Downey. He sculpted and built most of the puppet in the bathroom of his apartment at the time.
Okay.
The title card, "To Be
Sculpted
Continued
and
in
built.
Space," was placed there as a complete joke with no intention of any sequels. The creators also copyrighted the title "Death Turkey" as a potential title for overseas release, as most countries do not celebrate Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So that's smart. But movie "Death Turkey."
We're going international with this.
Right.
Death Turkey is gonna be international. There are no deleted scenes in ThanksKilling. The only scene shot that did not end up in the final film was the flashback dream scene, completely improv on set, where Darren runs through a cornfield. While writing the script and even through filming, creators Kevin Stewart and Jordan Downey always try to come up with a name for the killer, Turkey, but nothing ever stuck. In the end, they simply referred to him as Turkey in the film. In 2012, oh, this is awesome. While raising funds for the sequel, they again wanted to find a proper name for the character, and they finally settled on simply Turkey, spelled Turkie instead of EY.
Oh.
So I look up. There is a sequel to this movie.
I saw ThanksKilling 3.
That is a sequel. I did some research. It's a joke.
Uh-huh.
It's ThanksKilling 2, but they say
Okay.
it's the joke. Like, we skipped our own sequel, and so it's
see.
ThanksKilling 3 is the direct sequel to this movie.
Because I watched it on Amazon. I don't know. Actually, yes, I paid for this.
Wow, I
Was
didn't.
it on Netflix?
It was
I
on
looked
Hulu
for-
for free.
I said I don't have fucking Hulu.
Oh,
Well, I was.
on free. You don't need Hulu. You can just.
I watched it on Fry Picks.
Oh, it's Fry Pick. Cool. Cool. I like
I have
Fry.
to, I have to learn some of
Fry
these
Pick have some.
spots.
Fry Picks is also a free service.
Oh, nice.
You got commercials. You gotta go through.
Right,
that, but,
right. I looked for it on YouTube, but it wasn't there.
The opening scene was originally written and planned to be much more extravagant, involving an entire Native American pilgrim dinner scene, but time and money quickly ran out and the scene was never shot.
But they did hire Wanda Lust.
They did
and
get
her
the porn
boobies.
star for some
Yeah.
reason.
Which is the second week in a row of you guys having a porn star in a movie. What's up with that?
It's true.
Again, didn't even know it. But we've had a lot of porn stars in our movies.
Yeah, if they're not banging, they're doing
Well, I
gore.
listened to.
yeah.
Listen, I'm not trying to go back to last week anymore, but how many times has Ron Jeremy been in?
I think it's 4 or 5 now.
No
At least
kidding.
4.
Nice.
Yeah. Before deciding on ThanksKilling, creators Kevin Stewart and Jordan Downey tossed around another idea for a holiday slasher set during Easter, entitled Extravakill. And only the original hero head of the turkey puppet remains. The rest of the body and additional heads were destroyed in the making of the film. The original mold has since been destroyed as well.
Whoops.
Yeah, oopsie.
Why would you do that?
I don't know.
I guess. Oh, super collector's item. Somebody may pay $50 for that mold.
They could.
And honestly, I would, it'd be cool to have like a.
If I had it,
if
I'd
I
be
had
like,
a turkey
sweet.
head, like yeah, it's a collector item, man. ThanksKilling was shot during the summer break between Kevin Stewart and Jordan Downey's junior and senior year in college, which
That's
explains
hilarious.
the
Which
clothing,
explains the
except
clothing,
that it's
right?
supposed to be in Thanksgiving.
Fall,
So
yeah.
yeah, totally explains that.
Fail.
Yeah, you could come on, guys. These wore jeans and long sleeves. So the turkey puppet was built primarily of leftover special effects supplies. The body was a foam turkey hunting decoy. So there's that. At first, no one wanted to distribute the film, so the filmmakers sold a DVD on Amazon themselves. It took a year to sell 1,000 copies.
Ooh.
Damn.
Yes.
The infamous opening scene with Wanda Lust was shot without a permit in a public park.
Nice.
Whoa.
That's kind of trouble for that one.
That's a bold move.
That's real bold. Especially since it's middle of the
Hence
day,
her
too.
clothes on. Hence her clothes. That's probably why her
That's probably
clothes
why
are on.
they just had to pull them down real quick, and zip them right back up.
I don't know what you're talking about, officer.
right.
That makes complete sense now.
It
That totally
does,
makes
yeah.
sense why they were like that.
I'm glad they did that though, because that's one way to start a movie. I'm
Yeah,
serious.
yeah.
Like she's running through it. It's like
Boobies going everywhere.
Yeah,
black in her
that
eyes,
ranks
yeah.
up there with the opening from Slaughterhouse Massacre, Bloody Mary. Just openings are just like straight up boobs and sex right from the get go.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's can't open any better than that.
We know what's happening now. I'm in.
Yeah. The auditions were held in Jordan Downey's garage. Ryan E. Francis, who played Darren, is the drummer for a band named Overrated, and one of their songs can be heard on the radio when the kids are in the Jeep driving scene.
Was that the metal song?
Probably the metal song.
I was like, that's a weird song for them to be listening to.
I was thinking the same
I
thing.
thought the same thing when I heard. Like, that's really odd that these kids were listening to it, but that's it right there.
Yeah.
That's the song.
Nice.
The feet
Makes
or lower
sense.
half of their turkey are never seen in the movie, which I call BS on that because there's one shot where you do see his foot, and that's when he's banging Allie from behind. It looks like his foot's like hanging up over her ass in like one quick scene. But other than that, it's true. You never see his lower half. Or
So
feet.
I have a few turkey odds and ends.
Oh, okay.
Are you done?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go on.
No.
I thought you were done. I'm sorry.
The first public screening of ThanksKilling was at the Merry Scary Winter Horrorland Festival in Sacramento. Lindsay Anderson, who plays Kristen, came at the recommendation of Ryan Francis, Darren. The filmmakers met her in a donut shop to discuss the movie just days before shooting. General Bastard, who calls himself that,
I was curious, yeah.
drove from Michigan to Ohio to film his part over a few days.
Wow.
So there's no explanation on General Bastard.
No,
or
I
why
looked
he's
him up.
called
Like, there's,
General Bastard.
I thought he's like, okay, is this some local music guy, or like I don't know why he's got this name.
So could you find anything on General Bastard?
All I could find on IMDb
So I
is
thought
like
it didn't-
this movie is like it. And
One
I
of the
could find-
songs was written by
by
like,
he
yeah.
got credit for like lyrics for something. So, but I could find nothing else on this General Bastard guy or why his name is General Bastard. Unless it's like some like
Mystery.
local like. That's the thing in Michigan. Like people know like in the bars. It's, oh, that's a General Bastard.
Well, don't let me mow your lawn, but if anybody out there is listening and knows anything about General Bastard,
yeah.
Yeah.
let us know.
I would be curious. And then this is crazy. Well, maybe not crazy, but Troy Smith's budget for the special effects was only a few $100s for this movie, which again is why you get a lot of things off screen. But even that is like to get that effect on Billy's stomach and a few other things they did, like it's pretty good.
They
for
did
just
well,
a few $100.
yeah.
All right, so that brings me to it before we move on. Aaron, you said you had some.
Yeah, just a few things I was looking up on turkeys because this is a problem I had and it got solved pretty quick. But when they had to camp overnight and they make the Jeep work again, they start driving away. I was just thinking to myself, well, how the fuck is this turkey going to catch up with them? And so I started just looking on my phone and
Well, he
turkey facts.
hitchhiked.
Well, I wanted to see how fast a turkey could go.
And they drive.
But then I was like, oh wait, well he just stole a car. So.
Yeah, he's driving.
But while I was looking, I just found a few fun turkey facts. Is that a turkey can go 25 miles an hour on foot.
That's a fast turkey.
So when it does kind of take flight, when it can get up, it can actually has been clocked in at a maximum of 55 miles an hour.
Really?
Wow.
So which is pretty wild for a wild turkey.
Yeah.
Does it ever actually like take off though, or it just kind of like hovers?
It just kind of it can once it starts running, it jumps and it can flutter for quite some distance. It's not necessarily a flight bird, but it
Right.
goes pretty good amount of space. But it can get going pretty fast.
That's what it was like a hover type.
I'll say that's
Yeah.
a lot faster than I ever thought turkey
Yeah.
would go.
There are no wild turkeys in Hawaii or Alaska.
Doesn't surprise me.
Doesn't surprise you. Yeah.
I was kind of surprised about
This
the
is
Alaska
not
thing.
an uncommon known fact, but it's always a fun one. Is that Benjamin Franklin wanted the turkey to be the national bird of the United States because it is very proud
Yep.
and it is very it defends its territory. Whereas the bald eagle, in his defense, would say that is nothing but a scavenger and takes food away from others. So he did not want the bald eagle to be the national bird, even though the bald
see.
eagle looks fucking cool.
Yeah, it's majestic.
Way
Turkey's
cooler than a fucking
lifespan
turkey.
is usually from 3 to 5 years. The oldest recorded turkey living is 13 years. And the domesticated turkeys that we grow to eat only live about 8 to 10 months because we eat them.
Can I just say how in awe I am of you right now because you just did all of that off of memory?
Yeah.
And
Aaron
that
has
was
no notes on
Discovery
that.
Aaron.
Aaron has no notes on that.
Yeah, I'm just.
National Geographic time.
I just remember reading that stuff.
Well
when I was-
done.
Thank you.
And thank you for bringing some history and some actual
Sure.
knowledge into
Yeah.
this piece of shit.
We
little bit
do
of
want to
history.
class it up a little bit. See, it's educational here. You can't say you never learned anything.
That's awesome.
All right, so moving on to our favorite part of the game, or show. We get to play our little game here. We get to play Guess the Budget.
It's now time to play everyone's favorite game, Guess the Budget.
So, this wonderful, wonderful, awful movie. What are we thinking the budget is here? Chris, Aaron, guesses,
Chris?
please.
Chris, you go first, or should I go first? It
I think
doesn't-
you should go first.
All right, fine. They wore the same clothes the whole time. People drove on their own to go see this movie. Well, you already kind of tipped your cap a little bit, Marshall, saying there was only a couple $100 for
special effects.
Yeah.
I imagine the majority of the money went to Wanda Lust to show her titties. It seems like it was filmed in between break. You know,
And
summer break.
he also
Summer
said
break.
that it was filmed in a
Summer
public
break.
park.
Right.
Well, just that
wasn't-
one scene. Just that one scene.
Yeah, but
So I'm going to go $35,000.
Ooh. I think that's.
It's a good guess, I think.
I think it's a good guess. I think it's low. 30. I mean, I'm gonna say
$1.
I'm gonna say $100,000.
You both are way the fuck off.
Oh, wow.
Aaron almost had it, but if he would have dropped to zero, estimated budget $3,500.
What? Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Officially making it the cheapest, most independent movie we have ever done on the show. Thanks, Killing.
Thank you, ThanksKilling. What was the one? It was one that was $10,000. That was the.
we both
Wicked or
blew our
something like that.
load.
Yeah, you
Oh.
both blew it.
But it was
Wow,
the
35.
Bachelor one.
Bachelor Party in the Bungalow Damned. Was
Yeah.
that
Does that mean what they gave Wanda Lust, like dinner and drinks?
Yeah,
I mean, they
basically.
didn't even like give her shit.
Like, did she just happen to live in around Ohio? Or like,
Here's $200 and an Arby's coupon. You know what I mean?
show us your titties.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
That's a good point. Like, you think most porn are like, you know, on like what, Silicon Valley or something like that, or something. And like, she just happened
No,
to live, like.
Silicon Valley is where like a whole bunch of
No,
like.
but then there's like
tech
there's
nerds.
silicon and silicone.
Oh,
That's what I'm saying.
oh,
Silicon
oh.
is the tech, and the
what you did
silicone is
there.
the porn.
Oh,
what they
play on
do.
words there.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I didn't know about Silicon Valley.
Yeah, yeah. So
Marshall, you're getting a little. There was something I don't know about you there, buddy.
I was like, what is she doing? She's just like living in Cleveland or something. Like
Maybe.
that. Just- anyway.
Wow, $3,500.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
How much did the movie make?
I don't know. I don't have numbers on that.
It had to be profitable.
Had to have been.
Because we're talking about it now. Other people have seen this movie. They sold 1,000 DVDs. Let's say they sold it at $5 a pop.
Well, if it was 3,500, it's hard not to be profitable over time. I mean, not necessarily right away, but over time.
Sure.
And they did make a sequel, but they used it like, I don't know if it was like Kickstarter, but it was like a crowd, so they
Right.
raised funds
Right.
through something like that.
So they made their own DVDs, sold them on Amazon. You said they sold. It took
And
them a
then
year.
it did finally get picked up by somebody.
Right.
So
That's great. Good for them.
yeah, I mean, good for them. Okay, and moving on to 5-star reviews.
These special movies have a place in these special people's hearts. 5-star reviews.
All right, 5-star reviews of this. Wow. Okay, so Hunter Nicholson. This is the best movie I have ever seen. I have movie nights in my dorm room every night to show this movie.
Makes sense.
I wish the whole world would see it. I laugh so much and quote the entire movie all the time. It is worth your money. Buy it now. 5 stars.
Wow.
We did say dorm room.
Yes, that is one excited college student.
So you think he's a freshman probably, and they sit around and
Easy.
drink beer.
He has,
The only thing I did is he says he watches.
They probably drink Keystone
every
Light.
night. He sits around and watch every night. He apparently, according to this, he watches this movie with.
I don't know, dude. If you're sitting there getting drunk every night, though, too, that's not a bad movie to pop in.
It's
Yeah.
really not. If you throw in some little bit of a little smoky smoke with that,
taking
some
hits
beer,
from the bong. Yeah.
Absolutely.
that would be a great. That sounds like a pretty good time.
Yeah.
For college night, like you know, if you have like a late class on like a Tuesday and Thursday, you have one of those late classes.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Someone misses college.
Right.
Well, it was a good time, man. All right, C. Coon. It was a rainy November afternoon the first time I watched this majestic offering of cinematography. It is a day that will live in infamy to my family and friends, to me, a day that lives in nothing short of full-fledged awesome. I was bored, had the day off, and decided to watch as many bad movies as humanly possible. For the opening scene to the end credits, I was enthralled. I had searched for a long time to find a movie of this magnitude, this level of perfection. A fantastic display of wit and pointed barbs. Creators of this film, I am not worthy. I bow in the face of your supreme wordsmithing. I am not ashamed to say that I have used lines from this film in everyday life. In fact, ThanksKilling has become a cornerstone of my very being. I use this film as a litmus test for potential love interest. What? And as a screening process for my friends. To all who are considering watching this gem, please, I beg you, for the sake of your children, pets, or plants, whatever motivates you to do awesome things. I'm not judging. All my plants have names, and my pets are the coolest. No kids, though. 10 points to birth control. Watch it. 5 stars.
Holy.
That was probably the most eloquently written review we've ever had. And who is that from again?
C. Coon.
C. Coon.
Kuhn.
The kin.
Okay, a few more. Regina Rios. Why aren't movies like this considered for Academy Awards?
Holy
This movie is way more entertaining than those other boring ass spelled with $ movies. Yes, I'm serious. 5 stars.
Whoa, serious.
Damn.
Kay Cameron. I'm from Scotland and went to school in Ohio for a year with Ryan Francis, who was in this film. So I just had to buy it and see what it was like. It is so cheesy, but so good at the same time. Definitely met my expectations. I have for years been dying to see it since misspelled. It came out and I was not disappointed. Happy that I finally been able to see it, and Ryan does a great job in it. Way to go, Ryan! 5 stars.
Who is Ryan Francis again?
Darren.
Oh, okay.
Darren.
Yeah. Way to go, Ryan.
Yeah. From Javier. Amazing story and acting and special effects. I'm not sure how the Academy missed this film. It's also better than Sophie's Choice and that Margaret Thatcher movie. 5 stars.
That Margaret Thatcher movie. So this is the second film that is being considered for Academy Awards. The second reviewer.
Yeah.
The second reviewer that is considering this for
Yeah. Yeah. All right, and this is the last one, but I had to read this one because, you'll find it right. Like Cheetos, ThanksKilling is nothing but cheesy goodness from Kevin P. Stewart. As you can tell by my name, you may or may not know that I am one of the creators of this movie. And no, I'm not on here with a fake name to try to give it an awesome review that everybody knows is really done by the director himself or one of his family members. F that. So why am I here? Well, to promote the movie, of course, and to give you a slight review of it. So that said, here goes nothing. The movie is called ThanksKilling, so if you were expecting The Notebook or Schindler's List, this movie is obviously not for you. However, if Ginger Dead Man or Jack Frost sounds more like it, then I think you'll thoroughly enjoy TK. This is for anybody who enjoys schlocky, campy, and gory horror movies. This is the epitome of campy, and yes, we brag about that because that is exactly why it was made. Piece of advice, watch this under the influence. It will make it that much better, I promise. And maybe refrain from watching it at Thanksgiving with your whole family, although that could be pretty funny too. I'm out! Gobble goller, mother F! And then cuts off. 5 stars. So, yeah, just again,
Wow.
the writer and one of the creators of the movie
Nice.
had his found it on Amazon. All right, so final words, closing thoughts. So bad it's good, so bad it's scary. Let's converse.
All right.
Guys,
I'm going to go ahead and say, I mean, when I first saw this, I had to call you right off the bat, and I was so excited about it. So bad it's good. It's one of a kind as far as Thanksgiving-related horror movies or, schlocky, campy movies, what have you. I don't know of any others off the top of my head, really. There might be one or two out there, but this one takes the cake.
so all right, so bad's good.
Do you get that was the creator of the last
The last one, yeah, one of the writers.
and he said it was definitely campy. It was meant to be. So this movie almost had like a parody feel to me. I mean, you know what I mean?
Oh, well, most definitely.
It's not like they were definitely not taking themselves seriously, or were they? It was hard for me to decipher.
I think once there was the turkey with the cop's face on it, and it's like, yeah, I'm like, there's nothing.
No way.
No going back
right,
now.
Okay.
There's no going back from that.
I truly, I actually enjoyed it.
Yeah, I know.
And I feel bad even saying that because the whole time I'm watching this, me and Sarah watching this, and she's like, "This is so bad, it's scary. This is so bad." It's just the whole time she's saying, "I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Is it? It's actually pretty fucking funny. The turkey itself is." God, dude, his
it's
voice
so ridiculous.
alone.
It's like, yeah.
I think it's so bad it's good, and again, it pains me to say that, but I think it is.
All
I think
right.
it's worth the watch, man. Especially the time. It's only like an hour and 10
Yeah, it's
minutes.
not too long.
I think this podcast is longer.
Right.
I was kind of torn too because I remember years ago watching it first. I was like, "Oh my god, this movie's fucking awful. It's so bad." But then I was going back when I was watching it for this again. I was like, I don't remember. Like, I'm enjoying it more. Like, I know it's bad. Like the writing. Sorry, Kevin Stewart and Jordan Downey, but the writing is pretty bad. It's rough, and the acting's really rough. But there are some moments of genius. Like the turkey, Jordan Downey, who does the voice of Turkey, nailed it. Like the voice of Turkey is awesome. They really nail it. Like,
Hands down, the turkey. With
I'm out of your
sheriff,
fags, you retard.
sipping coffee.
Gobble, motherfucker. And the scene of just the turkey and the sheriff at the kitchen table is
In a turkey suit, drinking coffee,
is awesome.
having a conversation about fucking.
Yeah, that is
saying the word fucking.
That's genius. Like
Yeah.
that's
I thought it was
awesome scene. But I will say rewatching it, I enjoyed it more than I thought I would. So I'm gonna say for the sure, just bonkers, ridiculous factor of this movie, I'm just going so bad it's good. I recommend watching this movie. It's short. Besides, what you gotta do on a Thanksgiving horror movie?
Right.
Watch it.
So after Thanksgiving, when you get a chance to meet up with your buds, if you do that and you're not much is going on, not a lot of bars are open, crack open a few beers, watch this movie.
Yeah,
agreed.
Totally agree. So
Let
that's
mom
it.
and dad go home first, though. I don't know. Maybe, or maybe not.
Yeah,
Whatever.
there it is, clean sweep. So bad it's good. Watch the movie. We recommend it. So you can follow us on Facebook. Interact with us there. We do our best to interact with anybody who posts anything. We do as well. So we're also on our website where you can email us any letters, any suggestions, comments, anything we missed. Let us know. Website is horriblehorrorpodcast.com. We're on Twitter at So Bad It's Scary. You can also download and listen to the podcast at horriblehorror.podbean.com. And you can download for free again, subscribe, like, all that wonderful goodness on iTunes. So I guess that's really going to be it for us.
All right.
Hope you all had a happy Thanksgiving. We will be back next week, starting with our Christmas month-long Christmas movies.
Pretty excited about that.
Pretty excited. I think actually our first movie, I think we're going to kick it off with Jack Frost.
Oh,
So
so we're getting a preview now.
getting a preview. We are going to do Jack Frost, which was I thought coincidentally kind of funny enough that it was mentioned in the one guy's review. So, hope you enjoyed the show. We'll be back next week. Gobble, gobble, motherfuckers.
Peace.
All right.